So you're thinking about moving to Houston, Texas? I'm excited to show you around Houston. We have so much to offer. Today, I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of Montgomery, Texas. We are going to look and see how you get around this town, how close it is to Houston, and the major attractions and necessities throughout the community. If you stick around till the end, you'll understand why Montgomery is one of the top suburbs in Houston to move to. If this is your first time to the channel and you're interested in learning about all things living in Houston and surrounding suburbs, then subscribe below and you will be the first to know about the current market in Houston, Texas. I'm Erica Sprague, and I am the broker and owner of Lane Realty. I've lived in the Houston area for about 20 years. I grew up in San Antonio. I went to Texas A&M and moved to Houston and made it my home. I love helping people move to Houston. So whether your move is 9 days or 90 days from now, feel free to reach out. I would love to talk to you and help you make a seamless move to Houston, Texas. Our contact information is in the description below. We'd love to hear from you. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you now, and we are going to see Montgomery. So we are now looking at Montgomery, Texas. We're going to zoom in here, and you see that it doesn't cover a huge space. I believe it's 4.5 by 4.5 square miles. And you really have more of your community on the outskirts of Montgomery. So it's a small town and it was established in 1837. Montgomery is rich with history and is the home of the Texas flag. So when you go downtown, you see that Texas flag proudly displayed in most of our business owners' storefront area. And it's just a lot of fun to see the pride and how Montgomery really does their best to continue to educate people about the history in Montgomery. So we are going to zoom out and I'm going to share with you, if you're living in Montgomery, how you get around. So Montgomery is out here on Highway 105. And if you are commuting downtown, then what you're going to do most likely is you're going to jump on 105, take it to 45, and then stay on here and head downtown. So this is going to add probably 30 minutes to your drive from the Woodlands. And so you're looking at least an hour and a half if you're going in rush hour traffic. If you want to take the toll road, you can definitely do that. And the toll road, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it is definitely worth it at certain times. The toll road is still, you take 105 to 45, you come up here, and then you head off on the toll road, depending on where you're going. If you need to take Beltway 8 around, maybe you're going to the Ship Channel and you're working out there. Or if you're going out to Katy, you take the Beltway out this way. Another way for you to get to Katy, if you're going out that way, is to take 105 over to 249, come up 249, and go out 99 and take that all the way to Katy. And that's most likely going to take you about an hour and 15 minutes. Now, if you want to get to the airport, then one thing that's really cool about North Houston is we have a lot of private airports. If you're in a situation where you are a pilot and you can fly your own plane, or you just have access to private planes, then you definitely have that available to you. There is a private airport here in Conroe, and there are others sprinkled about. There's one here off of Spring Cypress, and there are some others out here in Montgomery. But if you're like the majority and you need to fly out of a major airport, then from Montgomery, you are going to take 105 to 45. And in my opinion, the Hardy Toll Road is the best way to get to George Bush, also known as International IAH, and come over to the airport. And that's going to take you anywhere between an hour and an hour and 15 minutes, depending on where you're coming from and the traffic. Currently, the airport is going through a lot of construction, and that is causing delays. But from Montgomery, generally speaking, it should take you about an hour and 15 minutes. If your preference is to fly out of Southwest, then you might want to fly out of Hobby. So Hobby Airport is, again, you take 105, you hit 45, and you come down all the way through Houston, just about here. It's going to take you about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. And again, some people prefer that because that is Southwest's hub. So you have some different airline choices, and that just might work better for you and possibly the destination that you're seeking. Okay, so now we're going to look at Montgomery's proximity to other towns, because it's always fun to be able to take a day trip, to be able to go see your family who doesn't live nearby. And so if you have family living in a variety of areas, let's say you have family living in Dallas, it is only probably a 2.5 hour drive from Montgomery. We'll say 2.5, 3 hours, depending on how you drive. And what you would do is you, again, would jump onto 105 from Montgomery, and you hit 45 and you go north. And you stay on 45 the whole way until you get to Dallas. So if you're going, of course, to a suburb of Dallas, or you're going to Fort Worth, you're going to go a little bit further, but it's going to take you about 3.5 hours. Easily a day trip, even better if you stay the weekend, very close. Okay, so let's say from Montgomery, you want to go to College Station. You jump on 105, you hit 6, and there you are. You're in College Station. You can go see your Aggie students. You can go to a Texas A&M game, football, baseball, basketball, tennis, softball, you name it, soccer. It's all there. You can go have a great time. It's easy to get to. If you want to go to Waco, maybe you're a Baylor fan, or you want to go to the Silos and do some shopping, Chip and Luana Gaines style, then you can head up to Waco. It takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to get to Waco. It's not far at all. Easy trip to make. Okay, so now let's say you want to go to Austin. All right, another wonderful day trip. And from Montgomery, you jump on to 105, you get to 6, you go to 290, you stay on 290 all the way to Austin. And of course, you could be going to one of the suburbs, but that's going to take you about 2.5 hours, maybe 3, depending on, again, where you're coming from, time of day. You can go to Austin, have a great weekend, and be back. No time at all. Okay, if you want to go to San Antonio, then we're going to move up so you can see this. San Antonio is also just about 3.5 hours away. And what you're going to do is, I feel like it's best to jump on 105, go to 45, go to 99, all the way to 10, and then over to San Antonio. Again, 3.5, maybe 4 hours, depending on which part of town you're going to. Maybe you want to go to the beach. Okay. And so in order to get to the beach, all you have to do is jump on 105, get to 45, and take that all the way down to Galveston. It's going to take you about 2 hours to get there. There's lots of space on Galveston, so it just depends on which side you're going to and which actual beach you want to hang out at. But that's easily a day trip. So if you want to take your family to hang out at the beach for the day, you can leave early in the morning, spend the day there, and then come back. So it's hard to find cities that you want to live in that are within that proximity to major destinations and attractions. Montgomery is definitely an area to consider based on those features. So you might be wondering, is Montgomery close to colleges? And the answer would be yes. So Montgomery is the closest to Sam Houston State. And Sam Houston State, you're going to jump on 105 and take it to 45. And you're up here in Huntsville. About 30, 35 minutes, again, depending on where you're leaving from. Sam Houston also has a new medical school that is closer down here to the Woodlands. So that is Sam Houston. We also have the Lone Star Community College, which a location is here on 242. And then there is another one over here in Tomball. So you can come this way. This is 2978 or Fish Creek Thoroughfare to 1488 to 242. It's probably about 30 minutes. This one's a little bit further, probably gonna take you 45 minutes to get to. If you are looking to go to U of H, or if you're heading down to St. Thomas or Houston Christian University or Rice, you're gonna come 105 to 45 and come straight down 45 into Houston. So that trip is gonna take you about an hour and a half, most likely, depending on, again, which one you're going to and your time of day. So you're within a really good distance of colleges, major cities where there are fun things to do. You can take day trips. You are not far from the Woodlands, if you're wondering about that. So they're both North Houston suburbs. And what you'll see here is that Montgomery is about 25 minutes from the Woodlands. All right, so you leave Montgomery, you jump on. Here we have 2854 to 2978 up into the Woodlands. A more straightforward route is to go 105 to 45 into the Woodlands, about 30 minutes. Montgomery is just west of Conroe. So they border each other. They're right next to each other. And so Conroe is right here. You can see it right there. That's Conroe. So you're, depending on where you're going in Conroe, maybe 10, 15 minutes. You have Lake Conroe here. So if you are a water enthusiast and you want to go fishing or boating or just enjoy the lake, maybe you want to live on the lake, Lake Conroe is right here. So there are parts of Montgomery that are on the lake. So you're just going to be outside of the city limits. So you can live on the lake and be in Montgomery, and that is really close. If you want to know Magnolia, Magnolia is another suburb of Houston, and Magnolia is not too far this way. So we're going to jump on 105 and we can come over to 149, hit 249, and you're in Magnolia. So again, Magnolia is like Montgomery. It is a very small city, but it has large outskirts. So Magnolia and Montgomery also border each other, and they are close neighbors. If you're wondering about some of the amenities and excitement that goes on in Montgomery, I will show you. There's Bernhardt Winery, and Bernhardt Winery is just out here on 105. So we'll draw from our tool from downtown Montgomery. Bernhardt Winery is probably 15 minutes. So Bernhardt Winery is a winery, and they also have live music. You can host events there. It's a great time. It's normally, the weather is great, and you can bring some of your own things, and you get to sit out in the open air venue and just enjoy some music and enjoy the wine, and bring your friends or go by yourself. And that's a good time. So you're really close to the Bernhardt Winery. And we have cowboy churches in Montgomery. I think that's really cool. And what you will see here, one of the cowboy churches is right here. I'll highlight that for you. So if you're asking what's a cowboy church is a church that also has an arena, and they do rodeo type activities in the arena. And so they have normal church, and then that's their community piece. So if you are looking for that type of vibe, you should totally check it out. And Montgomery ISD covers most of Montgomery. There are pockets of Montgomery that are zoned to Conroe ISD. And a few that are in Magnolia. So if you're looking there, you always want to be real careful and make sure you know which school zone you're looking at. So Montgomery ISD has two high schools and they have two junior highs and then less than 10 elementary schools. It is a great school district. People love it. It's intimate vibe. People really enjoy Montgomery ISD. It is one of the top rated school districts in Houston, and really just like that smaller feel. And so definitely check that out if school districts are of interest to you. So that is our look at Montgomery. I hope that has given you some more information and insight to the community and where it's located in Houston. If you enjoyed this video, I'd ask that you check out some of our other videos about surrounding communities in Houston, Texas.